What is up? Game week 25, sort of halfway through. I think about halfway through. Sunday morning. Let's go. We'll talk about the game week, how everything's gone. Little back and forth in the chat as we usually do. I'll go through the games, game by game. And I've got a quiz. I've got a game week 25 quiz that I'm sure people are looking forward to. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well on this Sunday morning. I'll admit, this is probably the last time I will be able to go live on a Sunday for a few weeks because I've got a couple of swimming competitions during consecutive Sundays. So next Sunday I'm away swimming. Sunday after I'm away swimming as well. So yeah, this might be the last Sunday stream. Well, last Sunday of streams I can do because I'll probably do one later. Oh no, I won't be able to do one later on because I'm training. So yeah, probably the last Sunday stream you'll see from me for a while. But we're here. Jensen, should I sell Watkins for Marmouche? I'm not sure I'd do that. Sold Isak for Watkins. Nice. I think Watkins to Marmouche in 29 could be a good idea, but anything other than that, I'm not too sure about. Good morning, Jess. I hope you're well. I expect you're happy with the Marmouche hat-trick. I'll show you my team. We're doing all right. Things are going pretty well in FPL at the moment. Oh, I've got my... Hang on. We've got to change the rank. Bear with. It says 29k there. We've upgraded. Bosh. There you go. 27k. I'm not sure how long that's going to last because I only have two players left. And of all of the players I had play yesterday, only 2 of them scored points. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay in that rank. But there we go. I've got swimming competitions. I said that a few times, so you're probably being... Are you being sarcastic in asking me again? But yeah, I've got 2 swimming competitions next couple of Sundays. Morning, Laura. Is the Haaland injury serious? I've no idea, mate. I've no idea. Anyone got news on the Haaland injury? I'll have a look, mate. One of these competitions, by the way, I'm swimming in an Olympic pool, 50 metres long. I'm driving all the way to Swansea, which is 3 hours, basically, from where I live, about 2 hours, doing one length, 150-metre sprint, and then coming home again. It's the life of a sprinter, that one. I'm really looking forward to it. If Haaland is injured, then Marmouche will play up top. Marmouche is a buy from 20. Yeah. Raul Jimenez is a good option, mate. I agree. I haven't seen anything on the Haaland injury, so that would suggest to me that it's not serious. And he was eating, I don't know what it was. He's eating that after the game. So I reckon he's all right. Well, I did once, Jason, but I must say my... I don't know, my anatomy is not made for long distance swimming. I'm a sprinter. So I have done a couple of open water swims. I did when I first got back into swimming, I did a 2k swim in, what was it called? Wimbleball Lake in Devon, which was really good. But I suck. Anything over sort of 200 meters, even anything over 100 meters, I can't really do very well. How's everyone gotten on? Let us know. Sorry, I'm talking about myself and my swimming. That's really boring. That's not FPL. Let us know how you got on. You might buy Robinson. I don't see the point in buying Robinson over someone like Castagna or, what's his name, Anderson, to be honest. Don't see the point. But yeah, let us know how you got on. Something really cool. Well, I'm going to talk about something else that happened to me. Something really cool happened. I don't know if I've said that I've got like this second YouTube channel where I'm trying to teach other people how to do YouTube. It's been a bit of a grind to get that going, but one of my videos has just been pushed in the YouTube algorithm a little bit. So that was pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, the views have like gone like that. That's quite cool. Cheers, Duncan. Damn, I was so regretful taking out Verbruggen. Yeah. What? Took out... Oh, you brought in Kepa. I actually think that was a good decision, mate. The thing is with Brighton is they have the ability to absolutely crap themselves against anyone. Yeah, sure, Jason. And the hallmark that it's gone well is that I had a negative comment on one of my videos. So that's worked. I'll send you a link. Bear with. FPL chat will resume in a second. Bear with. There we go. There it is. Thoughts on getting triple Brighton? Honestly, mate, I look at the interesting thing to look at. Bear with. I'm just gonna have to. We'll look at my score predictions from yesterday, shall we? Let's see how well I got those right. Yeah, they were pretty poor, weren't they? It's a grind, mate. That's what YouTube is, Duncan. I've got some people, some in this chat that have been very helpful to me on that channel. What was I looking at? Next week, wasn't I? I was looking at who I could assistant manager next week. And I've said this consistently. I think it's always worth like chasing the potential table bonus on this assistant manager chip. And where do I think table bonus could come from next week? I know it sounds mental. It could come from McKenna, but I also think it could come from the Southampton manager. Just because, like, Brighton are so inconsistent. Like, they can beat, on their day, I'll admit, they can beat absolutely anyone. They seem to always beat, like, Chelsea and Man United. But it wouldn't surprise me to see them lose to Southampton. So, yeah, there you go. That was my thoughts. But, yeah, you could also go for Kieran McKenna. You could also go for Kieran McKenna. Where else is there potential table bonus there? You could just back Iraola against Wolves, maybe. Is a Crystal Palace? Where are they in the table compared to Fulham at the moment? Because they both played yesterday. Let's have a quick look. 1, 2. No, they're not. They're only 4 places behind. Can't do that. Ruud van Nistelrooy. Yeah, it could beat Brentford, I guess. I think Leicester are pretty pants at the moment, aren't they? Potter, Glasner, Ruud. Thoughts who to replace Slot? I probably wouldn't replace Slot, to be honest, mate. Or Pep, maybe. Do you think Man City could beat Liverpool? I actually think they probably could, you know. I was quite impressed they managed to keep a clean sheet yesterday. I regret... Well, actually, no, I don't regret it because I still believe it. They have the ability to just completely fall apart defensively, don't they? He doesn't have the table bonus. There you go. But I do think they could beat Liverpool. I do think they could beat Liverpool. Anyway, let's go back to my team. Absolutely, Duncan. They just lost 7-0. Quite. Thoughts on Arsman? Slot to Arteta or Van Nistelrooy? Bear with. There was nearly an off-screen sneeze. It didn't happen. What were we looking at there? Yeah, I was just talking about that FPL wonder. I'm a little bit unsure, to be honest, as to who I'll go for. What's the table difference between Newcastle and Forest? 1, 2... No, they're only 4. What else are we looking at? Don't know. I'm not seeing massive. My gut feel was Southampton against Brighton. I know it sounds mental. Anyway. Mate, Rodgers. Oh, good grief. What was his XGI yesterday? I didn't even look, to be honest. I think he had 3 or 4 clear-cut chances to score, or pretty decent chances to score. That's 4 games in a row he's blanked now. 4 games in a row he's blanked. Unbelievable. Yeah. 1 return in his last 6, 7 games. Yeah, pretty pants, to be honest. He's been frustrating as old Rodgers. We'll zoom that in. Nixie, hello, mate. Is this the real Nixie? That is the question. That was a bit of a... that was an interesting one on the deadline stream, wasn't it? A guy impersonating you and then banning people from the chat. I'm sorry I fell for that one, mate. It's crazy. Was it a friend of yours? I thought it was crazy. City will go on a win streak now. Yeah, we'll see, mate. We said that before about them. But what a punt would go Wolves. Yeah, that's a good shout, to be fair. Semi-safe would go for Thomas Frank, yeah. Good to see you, Adam. I regret selling Trent to get Slot last game week. I had Gakpo injured and Trent back. Yeah, by the way, I've got Gakpo on my bench. I benched Gakpo yesterday. Oh, on Friday, sorry. We'll see how that turns out. It was quite good, actually. It kind of helped my decision-making because I basically did the deadline stream and then I had training and I couldn't use my phone during training. So I was kind of locked in after the stream. I couldn't overthink it. Gakpo's playing. We'll see. I'll be gutted if he is. You're not. No, surely he's not. I haven't seen anything to say he's okay. No. Where did you get that news from, mate? Where have you got that news from? I did Gordon to Rodgers for free. Interesting. Yeah, has anyone, I guess that's the question, has anyone in the chat scored more than say 50 points so far? That is true, Harmony. He is out for the rest of the season, yeah. All the big accounts have tweeted it, and even Ahmad himself said that he's out, unfortunately. I need Trent to go big. I need Trent definitely to go big. I'm just gonna have a look at what ownership he's on around my rank. Have a quick look at that. God, Gakpo's 45%. That's going to kill me if he plays and does well. Salah's ownership 200%. Emery was a bit annoying, wasn't he? Bloody Unai Emery. Yeah, we'll see. I've got 3 left to play. Well, I guess 5 left to play, technically. Because Liverpool got 2 games. Harry's Army, that is an interesting story. And also, Liverpool don't train at Anfield. So I'm not sure reading into that, I'm not sure of your source there. Oh, mate, it was not a good evening, was it? 29 points, Salah triple captain, Diaz, Trent to play. Nice position to be, mate. 33 points with Slot, Salah, Gakpo, and Rodgers to go. Nice one, man. Nice one. Good boring. Mate, are you calling me boring? To be fair. My Saturday night was full of excitement. I was doing a thumbnail for this live stream and writing 5 quiz questions. So, yeah. Good boring to you too, mate. I hope you're well. A Konate hat-trick. You want a Konate hat-trick, do you? Stranger things have happened, I guess. Does anyone want to do a quiz? I meant to schedule this at 10, so I'll wait until 10:05 when the stream was actually meant to start, and then we'll do the quiz. Alf, good to see you, man. I joined your live stream briefly while I was eating my dinner yesterday. I hope you're all good. It's been a little while since we've caught up. We'll have to do that sometime soon. I've just been mental busy, to be honest, mate. It's been a bit crazy in my life. Barely had enough time to get my own content out. I'll take a Trent hat-trick. I would take a Trent hat-trick. Yeah, looking at his ownership. Oh, anyone want some EV and arbitrage software? Looking at his rank around me, I think I might get a little boost if he does well. I'm just worried about Gakpo, man. It's on my bloody bench. Hopefully I've made the right decision there. Oh, mate, Nixie. To be fair, though, I think those are... all of those players you spoke about are so highly owned that I wouldn't worry too much. Wanda, I would not do that. I would not do that. I'm only joking, mate. Cortex in the chat greeted me by saying good boring. Me and Cortex are friends. I'm not reading too much into that. Will Trent get 90? Well, actually, I don't think you want Trent to get 90. What you want is Trent to get 60, subbed off, clean sheet locked in, 2 goals, and then Liverpool concede, so you get the differential points over the other defenders. That's what you want. Top Bins, what's your mini league forfeit, first of all? Tell me your mini league forfeit and I'll maybe tell you a differential. I don't think there are many, to be honest, at the moment, mate. I think everyone knows the good pickable players right now. And I'll be honest, if I was going to tell you a differential, I'd be kind of forcing it, really, rather than genuinely actually helping you. I've had a really miserable week. Only 28 points. You'll be fine, mate. I think pretty much most people have had a bad week, mate. Whoa, he's got to go bald. That's the mini league forfeit. What, for losing in game week 26, you've got to go bald? That's pretty harsh, mate. There's still 13 game weeks to go, so I wouldn't, I wouldn't think you're going bald yet. You've got 13 weeks to save your hair. I think that's a good play, mate. 22 points with those guys left. I think that's perfectly acceptable, man. Szoboszlai is your differential there. And I don't mind Szoboszlai. Hashtag save the hair. Who should Top Bins go for as his differential to save his hair? That is the question. While you guys tell him a differential, I'm just going to go and grab a tissue. It always happens. When I go out for a walk, because it's really cold in the UK at the moment, my body, when it gets into the nice warm home, just says no. So I'll be back in a sec. Oh, Sharda. I wouldn't go Sharda, mate. I'll go Cunha. I agree on Cunha. I'm not sure Sharda's the one for me. You're going to take a minus 30? Mate, I wouldn't be doing big hits like that. Lots of advertising. It's not my advertising, bro. It's live FPL website. It's not me. I'm not getting paid for those. We'll go to that one. How about that? I hope so. Mainly worried about slot owners. Is it time to sell? Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I think it's time to get a Bournemouth midfielder in for Ahmad, if you haven't already. And João Pedro can go for Raul Jimenez, I reckon. Or you get a bit of Marmouche if you can afford him. I don't mind a bit of Marmouche. Yeah, I think he's decent, mate. I would only go for him, though, if you needed to sell someone. I wouldn't buy him as a luxury, but I'd probably chance it on him if I needed to sell someone. Yeah, keep Slot next week or move him is... I think it's really hard to say before he's played his 2 games this week, to be honest. You need to see how Liverpool do in these 2 games. Yeah. What do we think about Forest defence? Honest thoughts from the chat about Forest defence. I've got double. It's not going so well for me at the moment. And their fixtures do get a wee bit tough. Let's go on Fantasy Premier League a sec. Their fixtures do get a little bit tough. Yeah, Newcastle away, Arsenal and Man City in the next 3. Could be time to say goodbye. It could be time to say goodbye to Ola Aina, the absolute legend. Who's Cunha got next week? Who's Cunha got next? Bournemouth. He could score against Bournemouth, though, to be fair. We want that one, don't we? Good morning, Sally. I hope you're well. Is it time now to start to roll transfers? Yeah, I think so, mate. I think Fantasy FC, Marmouche, Cortex or Sally are probably your best sources of information on that one, on how to pronounce Marmouche. I think it's just Marmouche, to be honest. But I might be wrong. Time to bin Morgan Rogers. Yeah, I'm tempted. Don't panic on Forest. Last time they looked in a rut, they came back and won 7-0. Yeah, they did. Rogers to Dango. I don't hate it, mate. I do not hate it. Marmouche peas. Wissa or Cunha to buy? I'd probably say Cunha. I would probably say Cunha. It depends if you've already got Mbeumo, though. If I already had Mbeumo, I'd probably go Cunha. But if I didn't, I'd like a bit of Brentford coverage, so I'd go Wissa. Mate, Rogers. You're telling me? You're telling me, bro? I also don't hate Rogers versus Chelsea, based on what I saw today. Yeah. Rogers was so unlucky, man. It's just moments, isn't it? Like, Rogers had 2 decent chances in that last... Gakpo to Marmouche will be popular, yeah, I'd agree. No, exactly, Scan, there isn't. There isn't an interesting manager. I don't have one immediately in mind, to be honest. Which City midfielder should I buy to replace? I wouldn't buy a Man City midfielder, mate. I would buy a Bournemouth midfielder. I would buy Kluivert, Semenyo, or Dango. That's what I'd do. But also Chelsea are not in a very good run of form at the moment. So could Rodgers do something against Chelsea? I wouldn't rule it out. It's really... I've got to say, I said it on my last video. I'm frustrated with him, but I'm on the fence as to whether it's worth selling him. Silva was the manager, apparently so. 2 18-pointers, yeah. God, I hope Emery beats Liverpool. What I want to happen is Trent to score 2 goals, Salah to score a hat-trick, and then Villa still to win like 6-5. Rodgers scoring all 6. That's the result I want. Does anyone want to do a quiz, by the way? I've got 5 quiz questions based off of the action in Game Week 25, if anyone was interested. Hi, Tom. Would you be able to give me advice? What do you want, mate? I'll do it at the same time as the quiz. I'll multitask. You ready? All right, then. Here we go. It's not 24, it's 25. Bear with. How many points are you not able to cheat on this one, Cortex? Well, you might be able to. How many points did the Brighton manager Hertzler score versus Chelsea? I sold Isak to Watkins, but I'm sure that will cause a lot of damage. Yeah. I still think Isak's the best forward in the game. But you got your goal out of Watkins, didn't you? So for 1 game week, it's worked out. Yeah, I think Frostbolter, that's the sensible move. Rodgers to a Bournemouth mid makes sense. Answers are flying in. Haaland and Palmer are done. We'll see, FPL Tony, mate. We'll see. No worries, Cortex. You stay as little or as long as you want, my friend. The answer is 21 points. Good to see you, Paul, mate. I hope yesterday went all right for you in FPL. So well done, everyone that said 21 points. Question number 2. Who's that? Who is that? All of these answers, all of these people are very relevant for Gameweek 25. Paul's on 28. Oh, I'm beating you by whole 4 points, mate. Everyone is saying Marmouche. Interesting. That's very interesting because it's actually Curtis Jones. No, I'm only joking. It is Marmouche. Well done, everyone that said Marmouche. The Egyptian Prince. Fair enough. The Egyptian Prince. He's pretty good footballer, this lad, isn't he? He scored 3 very nice goals yesterday. It's not Curtis Jones. It is Marmouche. All right. So, question about Marmouche. How many points is he on this game week? How many points has he got? The answers are so quick. Holy moly. The answers are flying in. Yeah, there we go. News on Ahmad's official, confirmed by Man United. You can't see it. I'm sharing my screen. Anyway. Anaf, you're right, mate. I don't know why you doubled it. Unless you had him captain. You just flexing that you had him captain. He scored 17 points. So well done, anyone that said 17 points. I haven't seen anything, Sally. I haven't seen anything. I've got to say. Not seen anything on Gakpo. Only 20 likes. Yeah, I haven't even asked for likes yet. Come on, guys. 129 people in here. I reckon we can get to 100 likes on the stream. Please leave a like rating on the stream. I'd really appreciate that. Helps me in the old YouTube algorithm if you do. And it's completely free. All you got to do is just press the button. Question number 4. Who is that? Who is that? Andy every week. Who's that? See who's people guessing. I'm interested in these people's guesses. Lots of people say a Marino. Interesting. We've got a Flecken, of a Bruggen, a Cunha, a Szoboszlai. Interesting. Interesting. Is he any good, by the way, that new City defensive midfielder? To be honest, if he is pretty decent, I would give Man City even more likelihood to beat Liverpool, to be honest, if he is actually decent. Because that's the one position they needed to fill, really, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Mini Rodri, there you go. That's what you want. The answer is Flecken. Someone said Flecken. Jumping Muffin said Flecken. So well done if you said Flecken. I'm not sure I can count that for Andrea because I have Flecken on screen when the comment of Flecken came in. Next question. It's not how many goals. We usually do how many goals have been scored so far, but it's not. I've gone for how many clean sheets has Flecken kept this season? Final question of the quiz. How many clean sheets has Flecken got? I threw you off, bro. We can't have you getting that question right. It can't be that easy. All the numbers. Stop looking it up. He does wash his sheets quite... Apparently, he's only washed his sheets 3 times this season, which is 3 times more than me. And I'm only joking. He's got 3 clean sheets. I actually washed my sheets last night. Tell you what, fresh bedding is one of the greatest pleasures in life, is going to bed, getting in bed with freshly washed bedding. And that's what Flecken did last night. So yeah, there you go. Leave a like rating on the stream if you enjoyed the quiz. I'd really appreciate that. Give us a like if you enjoyed that one. Top bins. I've got... My sheet is... Let me tell you, my sheet is fitted. I cleaned my sheets last night, mate, and I'm holding wood. That's what happened. None of my team kept a clean sheet, but I washed my bed in and I'm holding wood. There you go. It's a day of euphemisms, ladies and gentlemen. It's a day of euphemisms. That's what we should call it, Alex. If your player gets subbed off on 59 minutes, that's a dirty sheet. That's what that is. I'm going home for some food, mate. Going to see the family. So I'm not going to be able to nap, I'm afraid. And then I got training later on. Can't be napping. How many goals? I know you were, man. I had to throw you off with that one, didn't I? And this is the last... Well, actually, no. I'll do a quiz for the next deadline. Are you watching the Liverpool game later? Let's see what time it is. I'll let you know. We'll find out on the fly. Yes, potentially. Potentially, yes. Cloudy FPL, you might need to retype that one, mate. So, Paul. I am potentially... I've not locked it in yet, but I'm potentially planning a holiday in July. So I have my big swim competition of the season in June, and then I'm going to a music festival the weekend after that, and then what's happening after that? And then potentially after that, when it comes to July, I'm going to do a little African expedition. But I want to do a safari in South Africa, and I've been told that July is probably the worst time of the year to do that. So I might have to rethink my holiday and go when it's warm. Cortex, you too, my friend. I'll maybe speak to you tonight. Am I going to ride a zebra? We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think it's the ideal summer holiday when I leave the UK to go somewhere that's colder. And then on the way back, I want to go to Egypt and see the pyramids and say hello to Marmouche and Salah. So yeah, I do want to see the pyramids in Cairo as well. We got loads of people from Africa and South Africa in the chat as well. Mega. Hello to Gerhard in Cape Town. Andrea's going to Northern Ireland. Mate, I spent 9 months working in Northern Ireland. Whereabouts exactly are you going? Yeah, I went to Egypt last year, actually. Nearly a year since I was in Egypt. What was I going to say? Yeah, we went to Luxor, but I didn't have the time or opportunity to go to Cairo and see the pyramids. So we'll do that again. I've been to Dubai once, mate. I didn't really stop. I just went to the airport. But I've got a picture. Got a picture of me in Dubai. Bear with. Do you want to see me in Egypt? I'll show you me in Egypt. Bear with. There you go. There's me in the Karnak temple in Luxor. There you go. What else have I got? I was going to do Dubai, wasn't I? Where's Dubai? Or Dubia, as I called it. You can't really see it, but there's Dubai. The Burj Khalifa's like there. That was taken on the plane. Are we going to go to Marmouche's home? I like the sound of that, Sally. Sounds great. Going to the Philippines. I want to go to the Philippines as well, mate. If you like the cold, come to Sweden. I went to Copenhagen this time last year, to be fair, and it was quite cold. I used my free hit in Game Week 6. I have set my team to navigate Game Week 29, but currently I only have my wild card and triple captain left. Should I dead end into Game Week 34? Yeah, absolutely do that. Dead end into a blank and wild card after it. I think that's the way to play it, mate. I also heard, so I come from an area in England called Somerset, and I heard there is a region of South Africa called Somerset, which was quite cool. Yeah, I'm quite excited to see the pyramids. I fell down a bit of a rabbit hole of theories as to how they were built as well. I don't know. I'm not sure that they were actually built by the people that they say built them. I think they were built quite a lot earlier than the ancient Egyptians were alive for. I really do. Thoughts on getting Marino? Do you really think Marino's going to play up front for Arsenal? Is that really going to happen? I'm not sure he will. I'm not sure he will. Have you seen Mr. Beast? I haven't. No. You have to send me a link. You'll have to send me a link. The Nwaneri to Marino. Oh, Nwaneri's better than Marino. Yeah, I probably agree. Raheem is rubbish. Yeah, Raheem's been a bit disappointing, hasn't he? That could Salah built the pyramids. That is a good theory. No, the theory is there was an ancient civilization of advanced human beings that were wiped out by a natural disaster. I think it was either just before or just after the last ice age. It was called the Younger Dryas, and it was an event where the Earth passed through a meteor shower or meteor cloud. And the theory is that the Earth got struck with a number of meteors during this Younger Dryas event, and it pretty much wiped out humanity and all of the technology, etc., they had at the time. And the idea was that the pyramids were built as some kind of I've heard of Göbekli Tepe as well. Yeah, that was before. So that was built before we actually thought human beings had technology to build things. So there you go. But the idea was the pyramids was some kind of power plant. You need to look into it. It's quite cool. But yeah, the idea was, and I think people have done like scientific studies on the chambers that are inside the pyramids. And apparently they are, well, first of all, the size of the pyramids are like, what word am I looking for? Proportionate to the circumference of the Earth. So the people who built the pyramids knew the circumference of the Earth. They're also angled perfectly to magnetic north. I think there's something else with the dimension of the pyramids, which is pretty, I don't want to say conspiratorial, coincidental. So the people that built the pyramids were very, very smart. And I don't think it was the ancient Egyptians, is what I'm trying to say. It's really worth looking into. I'm not saying that I believe it, and I'm not saying that's the truth before we get into conspiracy chat. But, yeah. I love that, Paul and Gerhard. Awesome. Yeah. My only experience of Stonehenge Boxing Hotspur, I've actually visited Stonehenge only once in my life, but it's not too far away from where I live. And Stonehenge just becomes a traffic jam, and it just makes getting to London really difficult and slow. So I'm not a big fan of Stonehenge, I've got to say. Absolutely, Nicholas. Absolutely. Yeah, those pyramid power plant videos, mate. It's a good little rabbit hole to go down. Because they never actually found any sort of treasure or pharaoh or anyone in the pyramids when they first got discovered, or like people actually went in them for what they thought was the first time. So yeah, I'm not sure they were tombs. Is it expensive? Is it? I must say, I went when I was a kid. It's just some stones, mate. It's not really that interesting. And also, I don't think Stonehenge is the most interesting stone circle in the UK either. There's loads of them. And I think there's other ones that are more the more interesting. Yeah, so Evil Khan, that ancient civilization that I spoke about, it's apparently they were most active in the Amazon, but because so much of the Amazon is a forest, a lot of stuff that they built or did hasn't been discovered yet. And as you say, you're absolutely right. There's already lots of pyramids that have been discovered in the Amazon. So, yeah, there you go. Chris Wood Henge. By the way, how good's Chris Wood? What a legend. Any historical spots to go to in the UK? I want to show some of my friends around in the summer. Stonehenge and just London. Have a Google, mate. Have a Google. Chat GPT it. I'm not the best historian, mate. I just have a pyramid conspiracy theory. That's all I've got. Max Nolan, that's what we're here for, man. Time for Palmer to go. I'm not sure I'd get rid of Cole Palmer. He's got Aston Villa next, and you cannot tell me that Aston Villa are a good defence. I'm not having it. And then after that, he's got Southampton and Leicester. So are you really going to sell Cole Palmer ahead of Aston Villa, who concede every game, Southampton, who may well be the worst Premier League team in history, and Leicester, who are not far off being one of the worst Premier League teams in history? I don't think I can get rid of Cole Palmer. And also, excuse me, who would you sell Cole Palmer for? Who are you realistically selling Cole Palmer for? Who's better? I just don't think. I don't think you can do it. Just my opinion. Isaac captain, what, against Forest? I don't think so. I think best captain Salah, mate. I do. Salah always seems to score against... I just dropped my phone. Salah always seems to score against Man City, to be fair. Salah always seems to score against Man City. Abdul Aziz, Cunha or Marmoush? Oh, that's a tough one. What do people think on that? Would you go for Cunha or Marmoush? That is really tough. With Isak's recent performance, I'm not sure if I want to triple captain him this double game week. Yeah. Have you used your assistant manager? Because I actually think that time is worth using assistant manager on, to be honest. I don't know. I still think Isak's good, though. I still think Isak's fine, to be honest. Newcastle are a bit, to be fair, they are a bit hit and miss, aren't they? Charles, I appreciate that. Whereabouts in Africa are you from? You must be way behind as well. I said that about 20 minutes ago. I was told South Africa would be cold. So, yeah. But also, July is genuinely the hottest month in the UK. So the thought of leaving the UK for Africa in July, if it's not going to be warm, is a bit pointless for me, really. Maybe I should go in the winter. Just to confirm, Charles has put it in the chat again. I think he must be way behind. Would you consider Mbumo out for double Bournemouth midfield? Are you suggesting that because you have one already? I would probably just keep hold of Mbumo. By the way, please like the stream. You can see we've got some new people in this chat, so please like the stream. Sold Wood for Wissa. I missed out on 6 goals, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Paul. Where in Africa are you going? Looking to go, mate, to Egypt and South Africa, as it stands. But also, I must say, how dangerous are we talking? How dangerous are we talking South Africa being? Am I going to be safe? Because I heard Cape Town can be a little bit... Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Top Bin saying it as well. I mean, I can hold my own, but, if there's 10, people trying to kidnap me with guns, I'm not sure I'll be able to defend myself. We go to the gym for these occasions. Isak is a sell. Are you kidding me, bro? He's the best forward in the game. Evil, that's exactly what I'm doing, mate. March international break. We're off to Italy. I'm going to Florence for a weekend. Keep away from South Africa and Egypt. Thanks, bro. You should be able to defend with your FPL knowledge. Yeah, I'll just tell the kidnappers that I've got Chris Wood. That might actually work. Actually, if I say to a kidnapper I've got Wood, do you reckon they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not sure I want to deal with this guy"? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Even if you're good at hand-to-hand combat, if someone's armed, you can't do anything, can you? You're in trouble. That's why, if you get in an altercation on the street, the thing to do is de-escalate and get away, because you just don't know what people are either willing to do or have on them, right? Just got to try and de-escalate and get away. That's the one thing to do. I tell you what. I could offer my kidnapper to swap FPL teams. Oh no, actually no, that would be counterproductive because I've got Emery in mine at the moment. Yeah, Rayhan, that's the gaping hole that's been in that Man City squad is someone who can back up Rodri, isn't it? Just say you got 5 top 10k finishes. Yeah, I'll gift him a golden goal membership, and he'd be like, "Whoa." Half 10 Sunday morning. Never thought, mate. I've no idea where that came from, man. Cape Town in Somerset. Summer is the place to be. I appreciate that, man. I'm only joking. I'm just saying what I've heard. Egypt is safer. Yeah, well, I've been to Egypt before, mate. It was very nice. I was me and my girlfriend at the time were everywhere. We were just protected by the police or the military. Like when we travelled from Hurghada, the resort we were staying in, and to even leave the resort, you needed a police checkpoint, and then to get around, we were in a convoy with taken around by the police. So we just across the Sahara Desert following the police. And then when we got to Luxor, I would say it was probably the most... I was never I wouldn't say it was harassed, but I was definitely bothered by quite a lot of beggars and people trying to tell me stuff. And some of it got quite intense. And you couldn't buy anything because as soon as you bought something off someone, you knew that 20 other people would come and try and sell you something. But I actually felt really sorry for these people because it wasn't a case of... I don't know, them just being annoying. You could tell they were desperate for you to buy some of their stuff. So yeah. But you couldn't because you just know if you bought off one person, the other 20 that were trying to sell you stuff would be totally on you. But you know me. We go to the gym for these occasions, man. We sorted it out. We sorted it out. It was all good. It was all good. I'm sure it is, Sally. I'm just describing my experience. And I went to the Karnak temple and all the major hotspots in Luxor. So they would have just been crawling with people looking for tourists, wouldn't they? And by the looks of it, quite a lot of the tourists that were there, you could tell they were really wealthy because a lot of them had, I quite like watches. So I could tell quite a lot of them had expensive watches on. A lot of them were Chinese. And I know to leave China to do tourism, especially in somewhere like Egypt, you have to be pretty wealthy. So I know, a lot of the tourists around me are pretty wealthy people, to be fair. Yellow Army, I'm very excited. By the way, It's really bad. I've forgotten what your podcast is called. I'm going to check. My apologies. I'm going on Yellow Army's channel on Wednesday to do a podcast. I'm really sorry. I'm just terrible with names, mate. Form is Temporary podcast. There we go. I'm terrible with names. I'm going on the Form is Temporary podcast Wednesday evening. I assume it'll be live. Yeah, on Wednesday. You don't go anywhere else on South other than Cape Town. Driving up the garden route is so beautiful to and from Cape Town. Some of the West Coast towns are amazing, but don't go there much. Nice. I'll definitely hire a car if I go there. You got another Cape Town friend. It's going out Thursday morning. Nice one, man. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit of a rush job for me because I've got training. Training finishes at 7:15. So I need to absolutely yak down a dinner and then be ready for 8:30. So I've got a bit of a quick turnaround. So I'll absolutely do my best to be on time for you, mate. Sujay, I would just look at anything that Graham Hancock or Randall Carlson have to say about the pyramids, mate. A couple of JRE, Joe Rogan episodes with the two of them on are fantastic. I would definitely look at them. Would you go Gakpo to Wissa or Enzo to Dango? I do Enzo to Dango. I think that's more of a priority. I really want to go to Ghana next year. Nice. Best 3 attackers. Are you talking forwards? I'd say it's probably Isak, Wood, Cunha, most likely. Rio is dangerous. I will confirm that Rio de Janeiro is dangerous. So back when I was a younger swimmer, a friend of mine who I met because our dads used to work together, a friend of mine at swimming, qualified for the 2016 Olympics in Rio. And, well, because it's having your son qualify for the Olympics is pretty mega, right? So his dad bought a ticket to watch, or got tickets to watch his son swim, but he didn't have any accommodation in Rio. And I'm pretty sure his intention, if it went down to it, was just to sleep rough in Rio, just to watch his son compete in the Olympics. And I think everyone was telling him that would be a bad idea. So I don't know if Paul actually ever did that, but there you go. Bro, that's because half the people watching the stream are from South Africa, mate. That's why I talk about it. I think I've got 5 or 6 beers to have with people, mate. At some point. Wood went up last night. Did he go up again, did he? I cannot confirm or deny if Wood went up for me. But I did wake up with Wood. What's his price now then? 7.1. He did go up again. There you go. Wood rose once again. Fair enough, top bins. Although, can you speak Portuguese? Or can you speak the Brazilian tone of Portuguese? I think that'll make you stand out pretty quick, to be honest. Wood is standing strong next to Isak. You're right. He is. Mate, how many did Emery only scrape a grow? Yeah, mate, I know. The Ipswich win was the banker. It was the one that couldn't fail, and it failed. Will Ahmad be available? No, he's out for the rest of the season by the looks of it, mate. There you go. Half Portuguese. Look at that. Yeah. How are you doing, Alex, by the way? Just in general, and your rank? I hope life is treating you well, my friend. By the way, we'll be live for another 20 minutes. So if you want to leave a like rating on the stream, I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a pretty boring week, hasn't it? I agree, Yellow Army. We'll see how Liverpool perform today, but I think they're as beatable as they ever have been at the moment this season. But I think after the Everton result, they do a similar sort of bounce back as Nottingham Forest did and just absolutely hammer Wolves today. Mate, you got to be happy with that. Just inside the top 50 overall is incredible. So well done you, man. Adam, well done on Saturday night shift. That is huge, mate. Thanks for the support. Huge. I look forward to being on your podcast, man. I dream to be in the top 50. Need Wolves to win today. Yeah, that's something. Top 2K, keep slot versus City. I don't know. I think we just need to see how things play out. Yeah, there's still games to go today, stuff to happen over the week. I just let things play out, to be honest. Who have Man United got? Spurs. Oh no, that's today, isn't it? I think I might go for Kieran McKenna. As things stand. Not a good week to be an ass, man. It was not a good evening yesterday, was it? It was not a good evening. Oh, God. Gakpo posted on his Instagram that it's match day. Oh, God. Let's check this out. By the way, follow me on Instagram at Golden Goal FF. I don't really post FPL stuff, but if you want to see what I get up to in my normal life, you're welcome to give us a follow. Oh, God, he bloody has, hasn't he? He's put it on his story. That's scary, that. Wouldn't read too much into the post. Fair enough. The Gakpo Hall today, we will be there. I won't be. Bro, he is on my bench. I have benched him this week. I don't know if that's good or bad, but he's on my bench. He is on my bench. Guess it's time to get Cunha back. Yeah, maybe. I think I might do Gakpo to Cunha, to be fair. Yes, Hugo Tito. Well, he's injured, isn't he? He had an injury. I had to bench, right? My decision on Friday, by the way, was bench one of Semenyo, Rodgers, and Mbumo, or Chris Wood, or Gakpo. I had to bench one of them. Well, not Rodgers, but you know what I mean. I had to bench one of them. Who'd you pick? I went for the injured player, mate. To be fair, that Gakpo story is obviously... He's got a team that does his social media, hasn't he? I'll tell you what, I do like Jarrod Bowen as an option, but I wouldn't sell Palmer for him. I just don't think I can bring myself to sell Cole Palmer. It's funny how it works, isn't it, Nixie? I'm just glad that I had something on during the deadline, so I couldn't just look at my phone and be going back and forth about my team. So I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I wouldn't sell Mateta, mate. Why are you? I understand your allegiances to Wolves, but I would not be selling. We need to go through the games, don't we? I'll do that now. I would not be selling Mateta. He's in crazy form. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals in his last 6 games. How can you sell Mateta? And he's got 3 decent fixtures. So I wouldn't get rid of Mateta. We'll talk about the games, shall we? We'll talk about the games. Feel free to weigh in the chat. Brighton 3, Chelsea 0. I tweeted about this, actually. Brighton have the ability, on their day, to beat absolutely everyone. but also have the ability to shit themselves against absolutely anyone. So whilst they won 3-0 against Chelsea, they could equally lose 3-0 against Southampton. But yeah, 2 goals for Minte, Batoma with a goal, 2 assists for Welbeck, for Bruggen, bloody assist for Bruggen. You got some bonus as well. Yeah. For Bruggen, holders rewarded. You did chess Econ, and I said Matoma, I wouldn't pick him. But he had a good game, to be fair. But, I mean, you look at his stats in recent games, I'm not massive on Matoma, I've got to say. I think you could get a Bournemouth mid instead. Ahmad getting injured is annoying, you're right. Okay, Arsenal 2, Leicester 0. Brace for Marino. He came off the bench to do that as well, didn't he? People suggesting he could be the number 9 that Arsenal have been missing. I'm not sure, but he did score 2 goals. Assist for Nwaneri, Trossard. Yellow card for Jorginho. 2 saves for Raya. Well, it's not that report worthy, isn't it? Max bonus for Nwaneri, so he came away with a 9-pointer. In Nwaneri, by the way, you've got a guy who's going to be starting for Arsenal who costs 4.5 million. And based on how Raheem Sterling's been playing for Arsenal recently, I think Nwaneri's ahead of him in the pecking order. So, yeah. Would you pick Trossard or Marino? Let us know in the chat. Bloody Villa. Not beating 10-man Ipswich. That was really annoying. Goal for Watkins off the back of a Rashford free kick that hit the bar. Delap scored again for Ipswich. I don't think he's pickable in FPL for me, Delap. Maybe, actually. He's got 10 goals. Maybe if you're looking to replace João Pedro, you could go for Delap. Maybe. Obviously, the red card for Twanzebe. Palmer, the Ipswich goalkeeper, had an unbelievable game. He looked really good. Not that that means anything for FPL. And Rodgers had a couple of good chances. Couldn't put it away. He's not quite the slotter that Chris Wood is he? Chris Wood, another goal. Only 0.116 XG was his goal, but he scored again. Chris Wood is just an absolute slotter, isn't he? 18 goals from 24 games now this season. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So in his last 44 Premier League games, he's got 32 goals. What a record. Gibbs White assist. Goals for Smith Rowe, Bassey for Fulham. They obviously won the game. They won the game and the talking point is Chris Wood, which feels a bit unfair. An assist for Adama and Raul Jimenez. Everyone's saying Chris Wood is a must-have, but they got Newcastle at St James's Park and then Arsenal and Man City after that. I think I would hold Wood if I had him, but I'm not sure I'd buy him. I think I prefer Cunha. Man City 4, Newcastle 0. Obviously, a hat-trick for the Pharaoh, Marmouche. Ederson with an assist. Haaland with an assist. Savinho and Gundogan with assists. McAtee with a goal, although he's not getting enough minutes to pick him, is he? And yeah, finally a clean sheet for Man City. I think with their new defensive midfielder in the team, I think they're looking a bit more solid now. And Marmouche with obviously the max bonus. Leave a like rating on the stream, by the way, if you're new around here. And subscribe. Bournemouth 3, Southampton 1. I don't have a Bournemouth defender, so I'm quite happy to see that they conceded. But I did expect them to keep a clean sheet in that game. Goals for Christie, Dango, Tavernier. An assist for Christie. Clivert and Semenyo with assists as well. Semenyo and Tavernier with yellow cards. 3 bonus points for Christie. Interestingly, the other 2 bonus points went to Southampton players. Interesting. 1-0 for Brentford against West Ham. Goal for Sharda. Yellow cards. It's just yellow cards, isn't it? 3 saves for Flecken. So Flecken with a 9-pointer there. That's about all there is to say on that one, isn't it? And then Everton 2, Crystal Palace 1. David Moyes continuing to be a friggin' legend. He's not in my team, unfortunately. Another goal for Beto. Beto's on incredible form at the moment. 5 goals or 4 goals in 3 games for him. Who have Everton got next as well? They got good fixtures. Everton with Man United, Brentford, Wolves, West Ham next. So, you know, even Beto could be a good option. Can you believe that? I can't believe I'm saying it. Is Beto pickable? What do you guys think? There you go. There's a review of the games. I think so, Sally. I'd back him to get a result. That was my whole reason for picking Emery. I really do think that the way to play the assistant manager is to chase the table bonus. I really do. Good morning, FPL Tom. I hope you had a good Valentine's evening, my friend. I won't ask what you got up to, but I hope you had a nice evening. And I heard that your deadline stream went really well. So I'm very pleased to hear that, mate. You deserve it. I hope that Villa get a result out of Liverpool. That's all I'm saying. People are flying in now. Cheers, everyone. Leave a like rating on the stream if you haven't already. Earmuffs for the kids. I don't think any kids watch me, to be fair. Liverpool usually beat Villa. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? Head-to-head history. Here we go. So here's the head-to-head history. So dating back to 2022, we got Villa beating them 2-1. Then they beat them 3-1. And then they drew. And then Aston Villa lost. Then Liverpool won. Oh, sorry. I've got them the wrong way around. Sorry. Liverpool won in 2022. They won in 2022. They drew. Liverpool won. They drew. Villa won. So what's that? 3 wins for Liverpool, 2 draws, and 1 win for Villa. Yeah, fair enough. I was a bit worried when you said we have GPS on the stream because I thought I was going to get doxed then, but I think we're safe. That's just a pun. I start Henderson or Sales. I probably play Henderson, mate. I'll probably play Henderson, to be honest with you. That'd be my punt. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking something on my phone. I just had 3 emails. Someone's been watching my deadline stream back whilst I've been live on this stream, leaving comments. Interesting. So I just had 3 emails about someone leaving comments. Sadell, I'm doing very well, mate. Thank you very much. I'm doing very well. I'd say Gabriel is best. I agree. Gabriel's best Arsenal pick. I think the Arsenal defence are good picks just in general for the next few game weeks, to be honest. Mateta is selfish. Well, at least you're getting goals from him. I think, ladies and gents, we're going to wrap up the stream probably. Did I just say I'm going to do it soon? I actually need to go at 11. I try my best, Mahmood. I try my best. So I'm going to switch the screen. Feel free to ask me. You can talk about anything now. A lot of the chat has not been FPL related on this stream, but usually for the last few minutes, I talk about things that aren't FPL, and that's exactly what I'll do now. So if you want to ask me stuff that's not FPL related, you're welcome to. Thoughts on Glasner manager for... I don't think they get table bonus for Fulham, though, right now. I don't think they're far enough away in the table. I played Gabriel, but benched Timber for Kirkes. Oh, yeah, I actually think that's a good decision, to be honest, Sally. It didn't work out, but I've actually backed that as a good decision. So, yeah. Timber instead of Saliba. Yeah, probably, mate, probably. Well, the 2 things behind me, so that's a calendar from Glastonbury Festival, which is one of the biggest music festivals in the world that happens basically in my hometown. So I go there every year. And that is a view of the river in the city that I live in, Bristol. And behind this wall in my flat is literally that pretty much. There's some houses and buildings in the way, but that is behind my flat basically. I'll show you a non-artsy view of it. Hang on. Bear with. There you go. You see that? There's a. That's what it actually looks like. It's a bridge built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who's like one of the famous. I don't know what it was, engineer, inventors, whatever. But he built that. I was there on went across it on Thursday actually. It was quite nice. Tottenham win today and Glasner gets bonus. Okay. Oh, because they'll overtake him. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll switch screens again. Should I sell Rodgers first or Ahmad and best replacement? I'd sell Ahmad first, mate, because he's injured. I'd sell Ahmad first. Do you think Gakpo will start? I don't know, mate. The thing is, for you, you've got 2 games where Gakpo could start. I think he probably plays against what's his second fixture? I can't remember. Yeah, Leroy, I've no idea, mate. I've no idea at the moment. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking, mate. I'm still thinking. I think so, peasant-like, but you'll never stop it. You'll never stop it because you can just use multiple devices. So it is really hard to stop it. Because then you could just use your dad's phone or your you know what I mean? I don't know. There's always a way around it, in my opinion. That is correct, Sardell. As long as Gakpo plays some minutes, you won't get Dango's points. I think FPL should bring in something where you can only captain one player 5 times a season. That'd be interesting. I think the assistant manager chip is taking a lot of flack this season. I think they probably need to downgrade the number of points you can get from it. But I wouldn't actually mind you being able to pick a manager as part of your FPL team. If that was like a permanent feature in the game, if that makes sense. But they just don't score as many points. They don't score as many points, sorry, as they are currently. I don't know, just a thought. I wouldn't mind that. Just makes the game a bit more interesting, doesn't it? Gives you even more to think about. And it would obviously cost you a transfer to change them over, etc., etc. Yeah, similar to Fantasy EFL and similar to, I think, a lot of other fantasy games I've seen as well. F1 Fantasy, you obviously pick your drivers and then you pick a team as well, don't you? Yeah, it was an interesting one that they picked, Gameweek 23 to allow it from. Yeah. They wanted Assman for the doubles. Yeah, probably. I keep calling it assistant manager when it's correctly Arsman. I've got to keep saying Arsman, haven't I? All right. I did say if you want to talk non-FPL, now's your chance, but might end it there in a second. I've got to go home, have some food, and also I've got to save my voice as well. So I've got another video and a live stream to go, and my voice is deteriorating a little bit this weekend with all the chatting I've been doing. Yeah, it's not really a manager chip either, because there was no punishment for Slot getting sent off, was there? What points are everyone on? I've got 32. Cheers, Harry's Army. I think I might shoot off in a second. But it's been a pleasure, everyone. I will have a video coming out this evening. Well, I'll do 2 things this evening. So I'll... Actually, no, just be a video. So I'll have a video coming out after the Spurs and Man United game. So yeah, that will happen. We'll do the ultimate guide. So expected points, clean sheet odds, all that gubbins. So yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you, Yellow Army. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to chatting on Wednesday. I'll keep in touch, my friend, because like I said, I'm a little bit rushed for my schedule on Wednesday evening. But I will do my best to be ready for you at 8:30 p.m. I just have to train and get some food in before we chat. So yeah, is the podcast on this account of yours here, FPL Yellow Army, or is it a different channel? Because drop a link to where it will be uploaded to in the chat, unless it is just Spotify, and then drop a link to that in the chat. I will discuss manager in the ultimate guide, mate, but it's bloody hard. Can you tell me an assistant manager that's the outstanding option? I don't know. We might just have to talk about the games and the table. That's really all I've got to go on. So yeah, I'll do my best. All right, everyone. I hope you have a good Sunday. I hope the games go in your favour. I'm off home to see my family, and I'll be back with a video after the Spurs and Man United game. So yeah,